Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with your losers finals.
Losers finals, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got playing up?
We have Team,
ECG.
yes, ECG is playing. ECG versus Team
Wolves, if I'm not
Wolves, I
mistaken.
believe.
Blue. Team Blue is in grand finals winning.
Yes, Team Blue secured a spot in tonight's Call of Duty SND Grand Finals.
Yes, sir. So losers finals being played up at the moment, and we're back to Gunrunner. Now, Gunrunner, quite the high impact map, and really every time that we've seen this map be played on stream, almost every time that we've seen it be played on stream, it's been a very one-sided affair. But ECG, they pretty much broke that curse by having a 6-4 map.
Yeah, ECG is already showing their dominance that they want that spot in the grand finals. It is already a 5v1 Trans Holiday with that gun.
He's been fragging, man. That vector type gun has been a menace to this entire tournament. And I mean, it's just gonna have to keep being that way, man, because if I'm being completely honest, all of these rushes coming in from ECG, they seem to be an extremely aggressive team. They're going for these wide swings, they're going for lurks, which wouldn't exactly be done in a very much traditional game of Call of Duty, but I'm gonna keep bringing this up. I keep bringing it up almost every single time. My man, these are CSGO guys. They're used to wide swinging. They're used to also going for very conservative opportunities, lots of trades. The thing they're really not going to be used to though is really going to be the tactical side of COD. You know what I mean? It's going to be map awareness, which is going to be a little bit rough, but they've also played on these maps enough. They've played on it, if I'm not mistaken, 3 times now in this tournament, and they've also more or less established their own meta, their own flow, and
I think at this point, all the teams are starting to kind of finally feel themselves and understand if they really want to be a true SND team or just a guns blazing type team. Which right now we see Dr. O-Scope taking out Asian Braum with just a disgusting hipfire, but Benji will cancel him out in crates to make it a 2v1. But there is no time left for the bomb to be defused.
Yes, sir. Big one. And I love it. I love the call outs, too. A little bit of smack talk on the side. Nice save. Damn,
ECG is now up 2-0.
Yeah, and they're making it look easy. If I'm not mistaken, one of the players did have some technical difficulties during the round, so Rock ended up playing the round in a 4v5 fashion.
I did not know that.
Yeah. You can kind of look around at some settings being changed, and ECG playing with no respect at the moment. Just going on in, full BDE, the energy, you know what I mean?
Well, it looks like Team Red, I believe this is going towards that A bomb site, but they are down in players. Never mind, they brought it back to a 2v3.
No, they're not. They're not playing, dude. Yeah, no, they've been not playing. They're chilling. It's gonna be a 2-0 restart, if I'm not mistaken. All the players were pretty much AFK. Just hold on down in their spawn. They're not gonna interact. And yeah, we're gonna wait for a tech pause now, and we're going to restart the server, if I'm not mistaken.
It's so hard to tell if there's tech difficulties or not, because this side of me is playing, but this side is not.
Right. like some of the players, like you would like to see, like like to see be fragging at least. They don't exactly leave their spawn almost immediately, and yeah, that's gonna be at least the end of this one. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to restart up to a 2-0 scoreline, which is pretty much the last time that we actually had someone, full team in the server. If you wanted to stretch the rules a little bit, you could go all the way back to that 1-0, because again, in that 2-0 game, you had someone AFK for the entire round. By Counter-Strike rules, by kind of that normal ESL rule set, it would be, if there was any damage done before the round or before the AFK, then After that, then the round still goes. But I don't think there was any damage done when the AFK ended up happening. So gonna be difficult to say the very least. Decision is gonna have to be made between the two teams. It's more mutual than anything. You kind of, it's both a sportsmanship type thing, but it's also you want to keep your ground. You want to keep yourself in a pretty decent distance between your opponent.
I believe I just heard one of the players say 2-0.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's what it's going to be, and if so, then just like previous games, they're either going to nade themselves or they're just going to run straight up mid. But I guess nading is
Nading
what
works.
they're going to go with.
Yeah, right. Really, I mean, if you had to get yourself in a tech pause, what would be your method of taking down the other team?
And if they can be advantage, make sure we keep it.
I like to rush. I like to rush.
Practice that aim.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I'll play back. I'll play a little slow while,
Like during a tech pause, though?
yeah. Sometimes I'll even, like, you know, I'll be like, hey, you know, you get the bomb, and I'm not sure if they have this in CS, but in Call of Duty, there's a term called anchoring.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah, and sometimes I'll play that, but that's just my preference. I'm either running straight at you or I'm holding back.
Got you. Oh, big nades going over towards mid again, and wow, what a crossfire. Multiple players going out over to mid off of that one interaction. ECG making it look easy, and Visco, you just started 360. I think that was just an int at this point, just allowing that round to go on by, and yeah, 2-0.
All right,
As we knew before, you know, very, very interesting again, just seeing, you know, one dude on top of like a cylinder, just going those 360s going.
well, now that ECG has their 2-0 lead, we will get back to our regularly scheduled program.
Let's get back into it, ladies and gentlemen. Time going down, and momentum has to be kept back up. These players have been playing since, you know, pretty early, so maybe energy could
We've
be
all been going
a little
today
bit
since about 1 o'clock.
Yeah, since about 1 o'clock, and again, more Call of Duty to be played. There's still grand finals after this one, and of course tomorrow League of Legends to be played. But look at that aim! Oh my God!
I do not understand how Benji saw him.
What? What was that kill at the very beginning from Benji? Going absolutely nuts, and that's gonna be a 3-0 scoreline here.
Benji,
And,
how did you see that, man?
And again, it's just these wide swings that are killing me here. Trans Holiday at the very end of the round, just booting it up mid, going towards the warehouse, and that's just it.
I think Trans Holiday has finally realized how insanely powerful his gun is, and he's just like, you know what, guys?
Right.
I got this.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean, you could probably go a little bit more in depth on this, but in terms of that gun in the current competitive meta, how could it potentially affect it? Because it does seem to be a relatively good replacement for the MP5, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that if they were to add that gun into competitive the way it is right now,
Which I don't think will happen.
yeah, me neither. I think games would go too fast. It melts too quickly. I personally think the gun is going to be nerfed to no end, which also, eat my bullets, you...
Oh my God!
That aim
that was a
all
long
over
range.
the place.
Yeah, a little all over the place, but not only that, but
2v1, play time, play time.
look at kind of the precision that this gun has, even at long range. The ECG going on 4-0 start already. Damn, I mean, they're literally just making this look easy. It's not even cool to watch anymore. It's just, damn, they're just losing.
It's just unfair. I do not think that gun should be allowed to be used within competitive Call of Duty.
I mean, it's going to be a decision that that CDO will have to make eventually at some point. But for now, we take those.
It is basically just the Call of Duty Ghost Vector that shoots like the Black Ops 2 Scorpion.
Yeah, yo, shout out to the Scorpion. Shout out to the Akimbo Scorpions, dude. Oh my God, you're taking me back right there. Oh my.
Shinsa takes out Trans Holiday, and Eat My Bullets will take out Hornet. That will give them a 5-3 life advantage, but they are still down 0-4 up mine. And there's a team
Oh,
kill
no.
for Dr. Scope.
And that almost equalized things, but it's still going to be a 4-on-1. One player remaining from that ECG side. This is looking like an imminent W finally after a 4-round advantage. And the bomb being planted.
I do not understand what is happening in this.
Oh my
tournament.
God, no way. Benji, looking for a second, he does. It's a 1-on-2 and it's a lot more possible. Still playing around the boxes. The fight doesn't matter though. Oh no. Super close to it. Benji almost pulling off the 1v4, but by the skin of their teeth. That's gonna be a round W for Team Wolves finally.
I want to know
Wow.
what is up with all of these team kills.
The team kills have been absolutely
It's like
ruthless earlier.
they're just so random.
Yeah, I mean, you see a pixel, you aim at it, and womp, it happens.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
It's been straight facts, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, another round on the board. It's the 4-1 scoreline, like before, and all I'm saying at this point is things are looking kind of weird, champ, for our team too. I mean, that was a 4v1. They almost lost a 4v1. I don't really know how to explain it by really any other means. But look at this, a 5v5 plant, and it's gonna be a full retake of this site again. Good return frags from ECG, and it's going to be an absolute slaughter, a 4v1. And really, the only frag to go behind was the team kill once again. Dr. Oscope being the last player remaining, still laying around the train lane towards the bomb. And big round from ECG once again. A statement round, to say the very least. They literally straight gun it towards the bomb site, get the bomb down, and from then on, it's just easy pickings.
I don't even think the red team has a safe place to go. You 5-stack B, you're getting gunned. You 5-stack A, you're getting gunned. You split up, you're getting gunned. I don't think there's a safe place on this map for them.
Yeah, they're trying to escape, to say the very least, and it's their only escape is to lose this map and move on to the next. It's a BO3 format, ladies and gentlemen. It leads directly into grand finals. It's a disastrous territory here for, oh my gosh, for this Wolf side. But look at this, the no-scope run-in, coming in from, surely not Asian Brown, but his twin in a sense.
Oh wait, I guess he came behind me.
Hornet with those blue pieces, they're so random, but they're so helpful.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like the bomb is going down on A. There's one top AC, and he takes him out. He didn't even know he was up there.
Now, Benji has been playing this position for literally this entire game. all the opening interactions, he's been trying to pull it off, but here we go. It's going to be Shinza, 1v2, going to try to go for the no-scope, and it's not going to work out. Tries to just run it and got it. The hip fire, and ladies and gentlemen, ECG going to take this one in an easy breezy 6-1.
I think Shinza easily could have won that if he ADS'd. I don't understand the hip fire, but
it's situational. You start to panic a little bit. You see a couple of players on your screen, and you're just like, I gotta frag. Yeah, gotta frag him. It's, I don't know. That's what the hip fire is for. It's that kind of last second scenario where you just kind of go for it. It's weird. And I mean, there are perks literally made for hip firing to have like that full, the full accuracy, but that's very situational. And if you're a seasoned player of Call of Duty, you're gonna be holding down right click literally the entire time. You're gonna be looking down the scopes, really whenever you need to. And I'm seeing more and more this ECG team start to kind of come towards that form that I mentioned earlier, that form that I really wanted them to go towards, which was literally just straight tactical FPS dominance, not in the fact that they know strategies because they don't have that background, but in terms of just fragging. They're playing on mouse and keyboard. This is their domain. And not only that, but they're treating this like a pug. They're treating this like a pickup game where there's just wide swinging corners, running towards sight, getting the bomb down really whenever they want, picking whatever battles they want, winning all the 1v1 gun duels, and just playing all the right corners. So ladies and gentlemen, ECG. One more map, and they will be in grand finals. Let's see what happens. Let's jump into it as we do have our second map here, Mr. Saber.
Yes, we are on Arklov peak. And as Upmine has told you, if ECG wins this, then Team Red is eliminated, and ECG will move on to face Team Blue in the grand finals of today's Call of Duty tournament.
Yes, sir. We are in the game at the moment. I don't really know if we're switching out, but currently already a 5v4 player down for one of these sides. I mean, we kind of just got to go play by play at this point. Oh, there it is. There it is. We actually in the game.
It looks like the bomb is being favored towards B.
Yeah, favored towards B.
5v3 for Team Red. Shinza will take out Hornet, but then 2 players from Team Red will drop. Jovi manages to get that kill on Benji. Not sure how.
Oh, he really opened the door. They're gonna go to
Make it a 3v1 in the first round of this game.
Oh gosh.
Make it a 2v1.
Okay, could be a little bit of a comeback.
But he
here.
gets caught in the back. Can he turn around? Can he take him out?
Oh, the 180 there, and that's gonna lead into a round for Team Wolves.
They're gonna hold.
It was the crouch. That crouch is superior.
Yeah, that was a weird angle to say the very least. And even both teams are just laughing at it. Yep, that's that happens. One of those awkward interactions, but hopefully they can clean it up near the end because this is starting to get very intense. We have our next round coming up, and really coming from CS, you know, I always look towards these rounds just like, let me talk about economy real quick. Let me talk about what guns these players are buying. Most of these players are running the same loadout all game. They don't have economy to worry about, so there's really no benefit to saving. You have to go for the bomb every single time, and it's a weird dynamic to try to go back on. But to see some of these, you know, CS players actually transitioning pretty well now, it is pretty hot to see. I mean, Trans Holiday. When you're talking about someone that's hot at the moment, he is blazing hot. He has been very much a top fragger for really every single game that we've seen him on stream, other than really the first one very early on in the day. And now it's a 2-on-3. Macaroni with 2 frags with that Vector.
That is another one down for Team Red, making a 1v3 in round 2 of map 2.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know the bomb was being planted. There's 3 there. He cannot finish it. It is tied up 1-1.
Very much an unfortunate peak, but that's going to be a round for ECG. Again, I don't know. He was playing the jiggles pretty well, but in Call of Duty, you don't exactly have jiggle peeking. You can't just like pixel check a corner. No, it's just going to be a full swing. It's all or nothing. It's nerf or nothing.
Mine, I know I've been saying this a lot. I want to see some sniping.
You want to see some sniping?
I want to see heads getting blown off with an AX-50.
Hey, bro, I mean, surely, again, we're watching one set. I'm still waiting up for grand finals because we're still waiting up for Asian Grom to step up literally on this map right here with the axe. And snipers, it's going to be really important on this map. Like I mentioned, the long-range interactions are going to be huge on the outside portions of the area, both outside A and a little bit more towards the outside B. So here we go again. Oh, I mean, what is? He's got the thermal scope.
Yeah, I believe that's the. Cannot remember the correct name for it, but yeah,
it's a thermal scope.
It's a weird scope.
That's all I know. But even then, Trans Holiday peeking out from above the rock, gonna get himself that frag. That's a 3-on-4.
And Visco is he's sitting his back L, and he has a sniper. I don't quite think they know what they want to do yet.
He still gets that frag though.
Never mind, it looks like they're gonna pop Deddy and push B, but they're getting flanked from behind. Did he come from back red or did he come from blue? Doesn't matter, get out of there, get that bomb down.
Love that movement from Eat My Bullets. He ends up going towards a corner that was away from that field of vision. Hornet though just comes on to literally 2 kills on a silver platter.
They lined right up for him.
No, lined on up, and you still had Visco over to mid. He was just killed solo, but in reality, it was that 2K in the house, in the bomb site that ended up doing all the work. Scores 2-1. Man, I mean, what linear adjustments do you want to see this this Team Wolves team making?
I think they need to figure out a bomb site before the round starts. They are
okay.
jumping into the round, letting 35 seconds go away, and then deciding where to go.
You want
And
something organized in a sense.
Yeah, and it's like, you need to figure out where you're going, or else if you waste all that time, you're either not going to be able to get the bomb down, or you're not going to be able to get the kills you need.
Gotcha. I mean, that's sort of been the story of the day. But look at this, Trans Holiday pulling out a little bit of horror from earlier, literally just running and gunning it down trenches. He is able to get himself a frag there, but look at that. He ends up getting team killed by a Hornet with another frag. Now it's a 3-on-1 in Bisco going down there. Bomb is down, Dr. O'Scope. I was about to say Dr. O'Scope. He's pretty much ready for that frag, but it's not going to happen. It's going to be an easy defuse here for the Wolves.
I just want to say real quick, every series that we have seen so far, there has been a different player from either side that has stood out.
Right, okay.
And like all throughout the day, we've seen J Baby, we've seen Trans Holiday, we've seen Asian Braum, and now it seems like Hornets, like, yeah, this is my time.
Yeah, he's had some very fortunate positions, especially on the defending side, and he can just
game
do whatever
was
he
Benji.
wants.
That was Benji's playground.
Benji's had some like really good games thus far today. If I'm not mistaken, he's had some pretty decent experience in CS. Kind of off the top of my head, if I'm not mistaken, he's played in ESEA Advanced, either that or main with Lavender Esports, and now of course he's playing under the East Coast Gamers tagline, which is quite the move, because I mean you're going from a big league such as Advanced or main, and now he's actually gone down to Open to play with his squad. He has taken them to a 12-2 record thus far in the league, and honestly, it's been a great move thus far for ECG to pick up Benji, and now they're not only reaping the rewards in Counter-Strike, but they're reaping the rewards right here on COD. Benji gonna get that kill there on Jovi, and man, it's an absolute field day for some of these ECG players. All they're doing is waiting. Well, of course, they have like 1 or 2 players like lurking all the time, and then you just have a couple of players literally just chilling.
I think ECG, I think the reason they feel so comfortable is because, like, come on, we all see it. We all see how fast that gun is melting. And then Team Red, you would have thought by now Team Red would have pulled that gun out, but they haven't, and they're just getting outgunned from any distance. So
I think 1 or 2 players have, but it should be more. Like, you got to take advantage of this meta. Look, his time is going to run out. His time is going to run out of 3v1. Jeez.
When the entire ECG squad is using that weapon, you're going to need something to counteract it. And I think the only gun to counter it is a sniper.
Oh, yeah. No, it has to be. I mean,
if you're in any range besides long, that thing's gunning you.
No, absolutely, especially with the angles that usually these vectors are starting to go through, especially over to long and long A and more towards center, more towards mid. Yeah, I would like to see a little bit more of a sniper, at least some sort of scoped action, but I like this setup. They have adjusted accordingly for that potential vector rush. They have a player waiting behind truck, and they do have the player under the Jovi tag holding up on site. Same with his teammate.
What's on site A? What's on site A?
I don't understand how he is using that site. That would throw me off.
Yeah. I mean, it will throw you out, throw you off guard purely because yes, it is thermal, but literally everything else on this map is like creating some sort of thermal repulse somehow.
It looks like ECG is going to make the wraparound to B while all of Team Red is stuck on A.
Yep, we're good. Upstairs clear, upstairs clear.
I mean, time is more or less
Team
ticking,
Red
my
is
friend.
trying to flank when that bomb was planted.
Oh no.
That's your teammate, bud.
Oh,
Never mind.
okay, 1v3. It was his teammate a little bit, but now Jovi, not actually Jovi, but he's playing his account. Here he comes. He's in a 1v3 after getting that first frag. Still 25 seconds left. Don't really know what he's doing.
You're running the wrong way, bud.
He's just the wrong way there, and he ends up getting fragged out. It's gonna be a 4-2 scoreline, and yeah, it's gonna be plays like that where you just kind of realize, like, Yeah, just overall awareness is going to be a little bit better on a team that literally is playing semi-professionally right now.
After seeing these last two maps, I really don't know if Team Red is in a just a together team competitive
No, they're. I mean, I believe it. I mean, they've actually been playing some pretty good trade angles, especially over the mid. With the crossfires going towards that site, they knew that the player was in a certain position, and they actually positioned themselves outside the bomb site accordingly. And I don't mean like just playing window and playing off rotations or just playing off sound. I mean actually having a crossfire over the mid being the only avenue where that player can go. But oh my God. Oh, we do have the axe. You called for it, and now we get it. Look how far away that shot was.
ACOG.
Jesus.
You really do not see that being used.
All right, Hornet going absolutely massive, and now this A site is getting absolutely destroyed. Coming in from Holiday. And it's already, what is it, a 1v5. Jesus. Really nothing else to talk about. It's just down to Invisco.
I can't get over how insane that gun is.
Oh my God!
You had nothing to do
it's
there,
just a sword. Jesus. What can he do? It's a 5-2 scoreline. ECG again.
ECG. You are one round away from making grand finals.
Yes, sir.
Can Team Red counter this and come back?
I'm trying to think how he countered the sniper on that third map. I guess we're not.
Yeah, that's a great question that I don't know if they can answer that.
I don't know if anybody can answer that.
I mean, I'm looking at the stats. I'm looking at the game right now, and
no.
it's looking kind of rough, man. I mean,
Let me silence town first.
none of these rounds are going their way strategically, in a sense. It's really been up to it's just been to these 1v1 gun duels that really should never be happening. And look at this, utility usage, that's going to be the flash all the way in the back lines. You still have usage from Jovi. He just tries to get something going, but it simply does not happen. Holiday goes absolutely nuts, catches 2 frags at one time. Still 2-on-3, however. Still a big chance.
The bomb is gonna go down. It's gonna make it
No
so much
way.
harder to win
1v3.
this round. But a 1v2 with bomb down. Can Invisco do it?
Gosh, Invisco, he's been a great support player, always laying around the second and third placements in really every round, but he's running all over the place. He's trying to go towards backside, does flank, and he gets one, but that's simply not going to happen. A 6-2 scoreline in a 2-0 in losers finals. I mean, we have our last grand finals competitor. It's gonna be, it's gonna be the boys from Counter-Strike. It's gonna be the Puggers. They were playing so confidently. They were playing so aggressively, and I mean, it just seemed super easy for them. It didn't seem like they were pulling anything, extraordinary. Playing super confident. It's like another day on the job, and another day, another dollar. But this next game is going to be even tougher for them, as they are again facing off in this grand finals of the Call of Duty Search and Destroy tournament against Rock Esports. So ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned to see the conclusion of this Call of Duty tournament. My name is Upmind, joined here by Jacob, and we'll be back in just a couple of moments.